We'll start with Donovan Mitchell. Real or not real, will win a title in Utah.
Not real.
Not real. Not real. And I would say this. I don't think in a couple of years we'll see Donovan Mitchell in Utah.
Ooh.
Maybe several years, maybe 3 years, 2-3 years.
Remember, he just signed that, right, that big
But
contract.
everybody, that's what fans automatically say.
Yep.
Well, he just signed a contract.
Well,
okay,
'cause he has
James
no
Harden
control
had a
now.
contract. A lot of players have contracts. That does not matter anymore. I hear a lot of agents say this. You take the money, you figure out everything else later. But you take the guaranteed money from your team, and if another team wants you bad enough, they'll create cap space.
So you saying that he's going to put on a fat suit?
I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Like
I'm not saying he's going to
Mitch's
force
going to
it.
show up just completely out of shape, looking terrible. James Harden's playbook, you had to be all in to get yourself out of Houston. He was all in. He was dedicated.
I'm just curious if Donovan Mitchell sees himself being a Utah Jazz for his entire career. I don't know if that's the way Donovan – I don't know if that's how Donovan envisioned his career in the league.
So
That's
not
all I'm
real.
saying.
Not real.
Guys, it's hard to win an NBA title. Did you know that over the last 40 years, only 11 franchises have won an NBA title?
A
7
third
of them
the league?
have won multiple. Stats incredible. Brought to you by My Computer Career, training for a better life. One of those franchises that has won one title over the last 40 years, the Mavericks. Will they win another with Luka Doncic? Real or not real?
Go ahead. You take this one out. I want to see where you're going this.
I feel real.
You feel real.
Mark Cuban's all in. No way that they're going to – just like with Dirk, they will find a way eventually at some point. Luka Doncic will be in Dallas his entire career, and they will find a way to build a championship team for him to get at least one ring because he's that good, just like Nowitzki. And that's what Mark Cuban's going to be all about.
I'll go with you on real on this one because I think, look, if Porzingis isn't working out, if he gets hurt again, what do we need? What do we need to give up? Like I'm gonna bring somebody else in here. I will pay. I will go over the
Would
salary
you want to
cap.
play with Luka?
I would die to play with.
There
Luka.
you go. That's all you need to know.
Yes.
You got to draw. It's
A
a
magnet.
great city.
Yes.
Good owner.
Agreed.
They're willing to spend money. Terrific coach. Great fan base. There's no reason to not want to play there with a guy like him.
We're on the same page.
Okay.
All right, next, real or not real? Zion will win a title with the Pelicans.
Not
real.
real.
Or not,
Not real.
Not real.
I go not real.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah.
Devin Booker, real or not real, will win a title with the Suns.
Not real.
Not real. I don't think he stays there either.
I don't think he stays there either. I think CP3. First off, we'll see how he does with the whole shoulder injury
He
tonight.
heard something pop.
Yeah, that's not good.
Not
That's not
good.
good too. Heart and soul of that team. But as this starts to progress for him, if he starts to trend and going out, if you're Devin Booker, you're sitting there saying, "I'm not the magnet like Luka is." He's not.
Jay, all you got to know is that for him to be an all-star, he had to be like the injury
Which is
replacement.
horrible.
Like
In
he
the
keeps
West.
getting passed over all the time for this stuff. He just doesn't get the recognition he deserves. He's growing into becoming a superstar. He showed you in game one just how damn good he is. Playing in Phoenix, not going to get it done for him. Eventually, he's going to reach that point where he knows he needs the bigger market.
Yes.
All right, maybe we can get a real out of this since we've only gotten one. Real or not real, Ben Simmons wins a title in Philly.
I'll go real.
Real?
I'll go real.
All right.
Woo!
I can see Philly because, look, defensively, man, they have all the pieces. And I'll say this, as much as I love watching the big three play in Brooklyn, you don't know how injury is going to affect, like James Harden, history of having some
Well, all right,
injuries.
so you're saying
KD.
real because maybe in the next 2 years. Like
Yeah.
the window is a small real window. Very small. Because I'm thinking not real only because you can see it already starting to happen. It's either Joel or it's Ben. You can't keep them both. They're
Okay.
going to decide that eventually because late in games, we get on Giannis. Late in games, what do you do with Ben Simmons?
Hack
Foul him,
Ben.
foul him and dare him to shoot out from the outside.
All I'm saying, too, is you sat up here and you had a lot of slander on the Bucks and their defense and Giannis's defense, even though he's locked Jimmy Butler down. So I will say I think this is going to be, if the Bucks get past, which I think they will, this round, it's going to be a big series with the Nets.
Huge.
And I think they take a lot out of each other, and whoever comes out of that.
The Sixers could benefit from
Yes,
this.
they could.
All right.
Massively.
We'll see.
Guys, the Nuggets and the Blazers are tied at 1 in their first round series after the Nuggets win last night. But Damian Lillard, Blazers, real or not real, wins a title in Portland.
Not real.
Not real. I can't.
No.
I can't.
Great
I can't-
player, just going to be that guy.
All right.
know?
I can't watch them play defense,
Go ahead.
man.
Next one's for Jay only. Jay only. RJ Barrett, real or not real, wins a title with the Knicks.
Why is my mic off? My
Wow,
mic
they
just
turned
shut
your
off.
mic off?
That's weird.
Not real. Not real. I think RJ Barrett may be used for a more significant piece to come to the New York Knicks organization. And that's something that Tom Tibbs is going to have to think a lot about. Same with Leon Rose, is that the way he's performing at this rate, if there's a superstar that you can get, that's a Devin Booker, that's a Donovan Mitchell. And if I want RJ as part of that package, I'm going to have to say goodbye to RJ.
All right, we're going 3 for 1
How
here.
do you feel? Real quick, Al.
We're going 3 for 1 here. Ja Morant, Jason Tatum, Bradley Beal. Real or not real, will any of them win titles with their current
Tatum
team?
real, the other two not real.
I would agree. Can you tell me how you feel real quick on RJ Barrett?
Barrett real, because when Zion comes, they're going to win a title together.
What are you going to give up to get Zion?
They're going to drug test me right now.
What are you going to give up to get Zion?
Oh, no, I don't know. I just
Julius Randle? You just want to say that?
I just want to be that guy.